So here we are, Tuesday, February 23, or 237, graphic design 1. And here is um, our next game. I'll send you this link. And next time we come together, I'll ask everybody what their score is. So if you want to tell us, you can. Now, the idea is kerning the type. And the kerning, well, I'll show you an illustrator what it is.
I also did this one because you mentioned the kerning game. This one was, I think, easier.
Did you do this?
Yeah, I just Googled the kerning game because I thought that was the name of this game.
Uh-huh.
I also did this one, and I think that one was way easier.
Okay, what score did you get?
I don't remember my exact score, but I did really, really well, like almost 100 on some of them.
Okay, great. So the way this works is that you gotta kern. There's too much space here, so I'm going to grab that logic and then bring this in. Now, I would say it's right there, and then I got to bring that over, and it's right there. But you see what's going on right here. When you type, actually on the computer, when you type, it's not going to kern it underneath this T. So that looks the best. If this was headline type, you'd probably kern this by itself. But the way this game works is that if you were to type it, actually, it's going to not tuck underneath. There's a good reason for this at different times. If this was a headline, I'm getting ahead of myself. But I did this and I realized, it's going to go more like that because the next space is going to be outside of that T. So I'm going to go here and see how I did. Done. Garamond. It's always nice to know what your font is, the name of the font, and also the year, 1540. So you get familiar with your fonts. Oh, I did it too far the other way. I'm going to do the next one. All right, I'm going to anticipate that. Done. I got a little bit, almost, well, they gave me 100. So there we go. All right, so try that one out, everybody. I'll send you the link, okay? Okay. So we're at the shape techniques, no, type techniques is what I'm gonna explain today. And this is my copy. And that top, some of you have already done this, and I want to go through this for everybody, and then look at the ones that are submitted. In fact, I'm going to go down your grade sheet and see how you're doing. So here's some instructions. Outline type distortion, outline scale change, track editable type letter spacing. So that's where the kerning game comes in. Text specimens. This is to show, become familiar with the text and the point size. The line length is called the measure. And so, and you can read this. I'm not going to read it to you, but you can read it. So in this right here is at that space bar. 9 point is the size of the type. 10 point includes the size of the type and the spacing between the lines. That's 10 point. And 24 picas is the measure. The line length, 9 point type size, 10 point leading, and 24 pica measure. So how many points in a pica? Pica, 12 points in a pica. How many picas in an inch? How many points in a pica? Okay, I'll ask it up here. How many picas in an inch? This is on your test. 1 inch equals 6 picas. All right, so what's a pica? Here is file preferences. It's just a measure, unit of measurement for typography. It was established a long time ago. Points, picas. In preferences, I can change the picas. Stroke, points, general picas, type, points. Well, that's what I want. In the ruler, I can click on the ruler, right click, pixels, points, picas, inches. There's an inch. We want picas. Now we need to know that because I ask later on to set the type. So you get type specimens, and before computers, there's thick books with typed specimens, and they're exactly what you're setting for yourself, just to see the ratio of space to what is called out, the numbers that are called out. And so you'll read all of this. And then there's headline specimens. Headlines are textual 14 points. Text is 12 points and smaller. Look up this link. Let's look it up. Sometimes, I don't think that I look these up, but sometimes they change. I'm gonna see what happens here. I don't think I did that before this class started. So I gotta grab this Zoom things in a way. "25 classic fonts that will last a whole design career." Oh boy, this will show you all the fonts that you should, according to this website, that you should use, and then add to different ones as you choose. But like your base set of fonts, classical fonts, here they are. And as you go, that's kind of my go-to one right there. As you go, you'll get a few that are you go to all the time. Like I go to, I don't know if Garamon's in here, but I'll go to Garamond, and I'll start whenever I'm doing a design project. I'll start with either Garamond or Myriad, and then go from there. All right, so that's that. Take a look at that. Look up this link. Oh, I've given you this. There's an issue here. I've given you this in your box. I'm gonna look it up, and then I'll tell you why I gave it to you. Because there's all kinds of definitions. Oh, anatomy of a typeface. There's all of the definitions of what the inside is a counter. So I've given you in your folder. Let me see, when am I gonna find out? One set of definitions that we'll go by, because I'm going to ask you this on your final quiz. So in your folder, you're going to find anatomy of typography. There it is. So at the end of this lesson, you can take a look at that and just copy those over and become familiar with them. But here's the link to an online definition. Where was I? headline is shape and expression. So you can read all of this, and I'm going to go over it. Cover, the illustration will be illegible, overlapping, non-project with letters fox or dog. So that's what the cover is. That was my version. You'll have your own version. And this is a monogram. And the point of this is that this is fox or dog. I don't remember what it is. But what it's making the letters abstract. So you read form first. That's my intention to doing a monogram. You'll do your own. So let's go down here and see how this works. All right, so this is brown fox. I'm just going to do this for you, so you understand how to do it. And if you have any questions, brown fox. Of course, I can go up here and highlight that, and go to window, type, character, and here I have all I need to know, Myriad Pro. This is the font, and the family is here, bold, and the point size, 12 point, and the space between the lines, leading is right there, and here is kerning, that line right there, and here is tracking. Kerning is what we did in the kerning game that I just started out with. Tracking is the entire line. So what I want to do here is outline, distort, type. So you got to go and know that I'm in the text tool, and I can highlight that and edit it. And if I go over here to view outline, it stays like type because it's editable. But if I go and highlight it and go to object, where's an object is type, create outlines. Now it is not in a text box like this is editable. This is a path, which I think you're familiar with. And I can go and the selection tool will select the entire item. Item is bound by the box. The direct selection tool selects one character at a time. So I can distort this if I just click the top, and you can do it any way you want, just so you know how you can distort it. So here's the beginning of making a logo, a distinct logo, taking a existing type and distorting it to give it a specific character. So that's just what I did here. Just so you know you can do it. You can do whatever you want with that, other than but outline, type, distort. Outline, type, change scale. So I'm going to go here. Maybe I go, I'll just did Command Z so I didn't have to type it over again. So I'm going to go to type, create outline, there's the outline, go to my direct selection tool and make a selection just of the B, and I can scale it. I can scale it right here. I can scale it by double clicking here. Preview. I can scale it up here somewhere. Object, transform, scale. I can bound. Well, I'm just duplicating what I did. You can do whatever you want. Have some fun with it. I'm going to highlight that, and I'm going to scale in one direction, or I'm going to scale. Direct selection tool, there's no wrong tools. Scale. I missed a point, so that's why it's distorted. So if I come up here, and this is option scroll bar, and hold my shift key down, I can select that one point, and now everything is, so I can add to my selection, and I can scale. Oh, see, I'm scaling out of proportion. If I go hold my shift key down, I can scale, it'll scale in proportion. If I don't, and I hold my shift key down, it scales out of proportion. So that's that. And tracking edible type letter spacing. So this is come up here. Oh, I'm stuck with these windows underneath the zoom thing. Here is minus 100. That is tracking. Minus 100, minus 100. That one's done. This is the teacher's copy here, so I got that one already finished. Minus 25. Tracking, tight, not touching, minus 25. Tracking wide, 100. And I got these all at 18 point. And I don't, your copy doesn't have these words, I don't believe. But anyway, you can see it right here, and you can type it. Text specimen is 9/10/24. So this is how you do this. 9/10. There's something that's not right there. It was that last line wasn't quite 10. That's 9/10, but 24 is the problem. So what I need to do here is I got to get the crosshairs. The ruler has crosshairs, and I'm going to go to here. See, yep, I'm in Picus. Right here, crosshairs, and I can set that 0, 0 right at where that pipe goes, 0. And I can take a guide and come out, and the guide isn't showing. I'm going to try one more time. If the guide doesn't show, I have to go over here to view guides, show guides, which is command : and control : on the PC. I got a whole bunch of guides there. So I don't want all these guides. Oh, I can't move these guides. So I got to go here to window, view, guides, unlock guides. Now I can highlight that guide and delete it. Highlight, delete it. Highlight, move it over. Delete. Or backspace in the PC. So there's 0. There's 0. And there's 24. So that works at 24. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to go, and this is Times Roman, so you can see it's a serif. It's a serif. The 24 would be right to there. It's a serif, and here is sans serif. Serif has these little wings, which historically goes back to either the brush or chisel, and that's a lineage of a serif. And a sans serif doesn't have those wings. But I'm going to go and do this from the start because you don't have this text. You got to set it yourself. So the way to do that is 9/10/24 Helvetica. So I've got my guides here, 24, and I need to make a box. And I make it right at that 24. And then I have my text. And I go copy, paste, or you type it in. And then I got to go over here and make sure that it's 9/10. And I've set the box, the box at 24. So that's how that works. And that's how you set the measure, the line length, 9/10. So these are type specimens. So you're actually making yourself, and if you were to print this out, you could say, all right, 9/10/24 looks just like this. It's printed out. And 9/14 times Roman looks just like this at 24 picas. Let me see, that's not quite, let's make that to 24, yes. All right, so this is, check it, 9/14. All right, we're going down to set all these different types, like that website that I brought up showing classic types. These are all a selection of classic types with different point sizes. 10/12/24, 10/14/20 times Roman, 10/14/24. Of course, we're all talking about the computer, so it's very hard to get the sense of what this really looks like because it changes on the screen unless you print it out. And I always advocated using a lot of paper because so you could understand what type looks like. You can, when you're dealing with print, you can only understand it when you print it out. But some of it reads better than others. Like this 10/12 doesn't read as well as 10/14, and the reason is the leading. The 12-point leading is a little tight here, and that 12-point leading, by the way, is the distance between a descender and a descender to one line to a descender to another, and that's 2 points. That's the 2 points between here and here, just so you know. That's what they're doing. So it's inclusive of the point size of the type. So you can see reads easier many times. Well, actually, I think all the times, it's not the point size, it's the space between the lines. 12/12, you can see that's too tight. So to set it and recognize it helps you look at it and say, that's too tight. That's much nicer. The Times Roman is, the look of the Times Roman is quite different than Helvetica. And the reason is that the X height, the height between the baseline and the lower case is larger, higher than the X height of Times Roman. But the ascenders and descenders are taller in Times Roman. So the point size between when they're both 14 is the same, even though the type looks smaller. It's because the X height of the type is smaller. Although again, like I just said, the capital letters are taller. They're drawn differently, and we're going to draw some type of ourselves to have that experience. That's coming right up soon after we do this tutorial. So here we got, I'm going to do this at 28. I'm going to X out of that, and I got to have a guide that's 28. So there's 0 there. There's 28 right there, and that was not quite right. That should be over here. 20. Well, let's do this one. 12/16 by 28. There, 28. Command V. Now, who's the period? Now that is, I'll check it. It is 12. It's not 18, and it's not 8. It's supposed to be 12/16. So I'll make it. So I'm just doing this to show you that we can change it here. In fact, I can go and type it in 16. 12 over 16 and the by 28. That space there is because I have oops, I don't have any hyphenations going on. I'm going to go and check this. I think paragraph. Here's the hyphenations. Hyphenation. There I have hyphenations going on. Preview. And that gets closer to 28. If I take those hyphenations off, it jumps back. So it's got to push the words over. And rule of thumb, when you have a flush left and a rag right font, you don't need hyphenation. In fact, you should take them off. This is where it is. We're going to end up this class doing some page layout, so that's where hyphenation is. If you have a justification, this is flush left, rag right, center, flush right, rag left, justified with last line. That's what you should use, not that one, because that'll ruin the letter spacing. Let's look at it. Let's see how it ruined the letter spacing here. But this one works. There. Now that is if when you have a justified like this, you have a reason for hyphenations. It just happened to work out where this didn't need to be hyphenated, but something justified, you got a reason to put that hyphenation on. When it's flush left, rag right, there's no reason I have to make hyphenations. And this is just kind of some of the basic craftsmanship, typographic craftsmanship tips that you should know about. All right, so there was body copy specification. Here is headline starting at 14 point. So that's 14 point, 16 Mirrored, Helvetica, and there's Garamond and Bodoni and Baskerville. If you don't have these fonts, try something that's similar. And then name it correctly with the right point size. So there's 16 point, you can check that, say, yep, okay. And here is some more, just like that website. There's a whole bunch of real good fonts. And here is a kind of a decorative one. And it's the Quick Brown Fox Jumps. So Jumps is a stylization that is appropriate for this decorative font. I mean, it might be Gil Sans, you could do it there too, but I just use the decorative font because it's kind of funny. And I made the jump through a baseline shift. Where is baseline shift? Well, I had to open that fly out. Up here's a fly out right there, and I can open that up and show options. And then I get a bunch more things down here, like stretching the letters vertically, horizontally. And here's the baseline shift. And it shows it right here graphically. And you can type it in, or you can use your arrows. And then that is a 9 point. The M is a 12 point. The S is a 3 point. So I made each one of those different, so it would graphically jump off the baseline, which is the baseline is right there. So you see it jumps off the baseline. Oh, that's interesting. So let's see. Font families. Okay, so this is demonstrating that Helvetica is a font family. And you can set that out so you can see it. There's all of the versions that I have on my machine. And so pick Helvetica or another font and set all the font the family of the font at 14 point so you can see what a font family looks like. This identified autonomy of type by the lines. And I give it point size here. I thought that was lower. Oh, Grace, I see why you didn't do that. It's not here. So here's what we got to do. I guess this is going to only be on the video file place. And I have to go and find it. Oh, I happen to have it right here. Okay, place it. Now I got to scale it. No, I don't know. Grace, you did do this, didn't you? Are you there? I'm going to go back. I'm going to see if this is in the folder. Should be in the folder. Project 2. Use this paragraph. This is project 2. Use this paragraph. Type techniques. This is instruction. It's a PDF. Letter drawing tutorial. We're going to get to that. Type techniques student. Oh, I got it downloaded. Oh, you have it. So there it is. I didn't have it. You got it. I just downloaded a copy. It's just two and it popped up. So let's go back. So you have it. So I pointed out where you have also definitions here. So put it in there so you're familiar with that. Save that. So then we want to do this. This is a, I'm going to come up here to the instructions. Here it is. Create 4 squares. Create 4 squares and fill them with 2 pairing letters that have counters. This will demonstrate positive and negative space featuring the counter in the negative space according to the examples shown. Use font Helvetica bold at 320 point size. Draw the squares the size of letters. Replicate this example. So that's that. And this here, oops, is how it ends up looking. So the idea here is that you see the positive negative space relationships, which is very much what we were doing with it in the last tutorial, is examining the positive negative space with primitives, and this is with typography. So you can see the open counter, the dark counter, just a visual identification. Then shape as headline as shape and expression. So this here is the quick bound fox jumps over the dog, and as you see, there is no space between the line. Wait a minute. Okay. The way that I did this is by separate text box for the letters. Now you could do this either way. Let's try it. Maybe like this. Cats. So I'm going to highlight this. The idea here is that I'm demonstrating with this example text that's not legible. It is a text box. So the box is what you read before the text. Wow. I have this. I want to make this flush left, right. I want to take the. I'm going to make this point a little bigger so it kind of compares with the example. And the quick, and then I want to take this letters, letting, and make it touch. The quick, and you're trying to, just like I am, you're trying to match that. Jumps over the lazy dog. Why is that there? Yeah, jumps over. The lazy dog. Good. So there we got a there was two different ways to do that. I'm not sure why that is. You could do it that way, but that's probably easier. So to take a step to make this a little bit easier to read, I wanted to start with it's not easy to read, and then go, well, let's make it a little bit easier to read. So I'm going to highlight it. Well, I made a new text box, not what I wanted to do. Delete, select, text tool, click, Command A, open up the letting. Add space. Yeah, it looks like, well, that does it, but let's track it a little bit. This is tracking. Lazy dog, that's 25. And this, that's where, so now I'm starting to crack this. And it's still a block, but it's got letter spacing and tracking that makes it easy to read. So there's another version. There's 1, 2. I jumped over 2. There's 1. There's 2. See if you can match that. There's 3. I matched it. And then I'm starting, right here, I'm starting to use the family to be expressive of what the words are. So here we begin to use type as expression. The quick, italic, brown, fox, bold, because that is the fox. Jumps, italic, over, bold. So there you can see that it's helping you read it, emphasize the reading, starts to get expressive typography. And this here then is breaking up this block, but I'm still very much thinking about how this makes a shape. So we are understanding that type is not only letters that mean things, but they make shapes in themselves. And that's the whole point of this little exercise. So I've stretched it out as a line stacked and then emphasized by point size, scale, boldness, bringing the jumps because they're making a jump over. So that's being expressive in itself. Lazy, the Z goes down because the dog is lazy, dog, and the dog. So very nice. And that's it. Any questions?
I have a question.
Yes.
Could you explain again what the three numbers are with like for like sizing when you go up to the like the paragraphs we have to do multiple times
Oh, yeah.
where Yeah, when it says like 12, 12, 12, 24, what does that mean?
This is, so I'm gonna highlight this and use this paragraph. You've got in your folder, the paragraph, it says use this paragraph, it's that paragraph. So I'm gonna highlight this, I think. I gotta click and I'm gonna go Command or Control A. Now 10 point is right here, that's a point size, 10 point.
Okay.
The spacing, that's a leading. The space between the lines is right there, 14. That's 14. 24 is the pike goes in pike as it changes from points to pike as to measure for the line length, and that's 24. And I got to go over here and get my push out here so I can get my crosshair, and I'm going to bring that crosshair and I'm going to drop it right there, and then I'm going to come in. This is how you have to do that. I'm going to come in here and 10 over 12 over 24. Well, there's 24 right there. So if I get this, I place this font. I wonder if I can find it. File, place. This is how you're gonna get your type. I don't know. I didn't get this ready. Oh, student folder. Maybe it's right here. Project 2. Use this paragraph. And oh, by the way, show this. I'm glad I'm doing this. Show input options. I want to do this. Show input options. And we're going to get to that. It gets to be very important. Last project, because this type has been stylized previously when it was type. It was a stylization attributes, and the attributes are all in Illustrator set here and here. I want to take those attributes away. So I'm going to show import option, place, remove text formatting. That's what I want. Go okay. That's not going to be such an issue in this exercise, but it will be by the time we get to the end of the semester. That was place. What happened? File, place. Do this again, something happened. No, that worked. I don't know what happened before. All right, so there's my type. Now I want to go and I've set these up, these rules at 24 and 28, 24, and then I'm going to grab this and bring this to 24. Maybe get up close so I can see it. And take this over, and I'm going to want to float that. So I'm at, oh, there's 24, there's 0. And I'm going to go in and put that there. And then I have to go and say, that I got the 24, I got a 10 over 14, so I'm going to come up from Command Control A. I lost my character. Window, type, character. Where is it? Oh, I lost it. It was on my other screen. I pushed it over my other screen. All right, so 10, that's not 10, that's 12. 10, 24. Oops, I can do that arrow and make 24 here, or I can type it in. 24, no, I read it wrong. 14. 14. And the 24 is there to there. And now I'm set. Make sense? Brian, with me?
Yeah, I got it. Thank you.
Okay. It's not hard. It's just, you just got to learn how to do it. You can do it. So are we, everybody okay with this? Any questions on this? Any more questions? No. All right. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to do the letter drawing
I have a
tutorial.
question, Professor.
What question?
Yeah, are we able to look at this as a reference for ours?
Yeah, well, you'll have the video.
Okay.
So yeah, you'll have the video, and also, let's see. This is the PDF. So you have this as well. This is which I just showed you. But it's a PDF, so you can't edit it. You got to do your own, right?
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I was looking for.
Okay. So letter drawing tutorial. So we're done with this, right, everybody? Okay. Don't save it. This is yours. Don't save that. Letter drawing tutorial. So I'm gonna open this up, and I think what I want to do is I want to see. When you send these as a PDF, I can't see what you've done. So I'm going to ask. I think I'll ask everybody when they do it to show us your work, because I need to be able to see the anchor point so I know that you know how to do it. So here we got artboard. I only have one artboard, but I want to have layers shown. And there's the layers. And so you see that this is coming in as, it came in as a template. And I can show you how to do that, but I don't need to now. And I can take that says template, also is an eyeball. I can not look at it, or I can look at it. I want to lock it because I want to draw over it with the pen tool. So I'll pull my pen tool out, and I'll come up here, and when I have my cap lock on, I get that X. If the cap's lock off, I get the pen tool. So I'm going to simply go like this and draw that out. And I've got an issue here. I've got to fill. So I'm going to hit A, deselect. Lets me free of the path to just take that fill off. Then I'm going to come in here and go back to my pen tool, and see that little slash. That means I'm going to engage the tool again. And I'm going to go and finish my drawing. And there I've connected it. So I'm going to come down here and do this. I connected it. And now I can go and I'm going to come up here, window color, pick black. And that's not what I wanted. I wanted that, pick black. And now the problem is, of course, is that this isn't a hole. So I'm going to go to View Outline, and I'm going to hold my Shift key down, select that path, and View GPU. And what do I do next? They're both selected. Can anybody tell me?
You put the shape inside white.
Oh, yeah, I could do that. I could do that. But you're just saying do this, right? But that's not, if you're making a logo, you can't do that. You got to make that a whole, because it's got to be scalable. You got to see, I'll show you why. If I go and make another layer, there's another layer. I'll lock this top layer, and I'll pick a color, and then I'll draw a box on the layer below it. It's white, it's supposed to be peach, right?
Yeah.
All right, so we got to go back to do this a different way. I'm gonna take that off. I'm gonna unlock this top layer. I'm gonna say, I'm guessing now, object.
You put no fill.
Well, I can no fill. Okay, no fill. But that doesn't work, does it?
Oh, okay.
So here we go. This is why we did tutorial number 1, because I can come up here and I can select them both, and I can go. I have object, clipping mask, compound path, and pathfinder. Which one is going to work? Pathfinder minus front. Did that work? Yay! Yay! So now we know, right? Everybody say right. Say yay. Say okay.
Okay.
All right. So now we know. Yay! Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right. So let's go over here, and I don't know why I got a stroke on this. I want to take that stroke off, so I got to click over here, make that come to the front, and then click the red stripe, and then it takes the stroke off. I'm of the belief as a designer that you don't do anything that is not necessary. So I always look to see in designs, is there a reason for this? And so that's one of my rules of design. Now I got to go and I got to make a curve. So I'm going to put an anchor point right there. I'm going to pull that out. And that you can see that right there. I have I've got to get rid of that fill, but it's kind of bulgy there at the bottom. And I'm going to pull that out like this and hold my Option key down and make that break. And there's that break. And I'm going to go A again and come down here and take that off. So now I'm going to come back up here with my pen tool, and I got that slash click, and I bet you I can make that curve. I want to put it right about the same spot as that, and pull that out. And I don't want to go way over the top there. I want to be inside of that next anchor point. And there it is. There it's selected. Now the problem here is it's not very good. So I'm going to go to my direct selection tool and see if I can make it better. There I have only one handle, and I got to have 2 to have that one as well. So I have to go to this what I forgot the name of it. Anchor point tool makes a curve for a corner, and get my handle out like that. And then I can come staying in that same tool. This takes a little intuition to be able to know to stay in the same tool. And I can bring that out. And now I'm going to go back to my direct selection tool and fix this and click that one there. I've got 2 handles. I want to come down here. Got to get really close to the screen to see this. You know, if you don't like the color of this thing, you can come click on that and say, I don't like that color. You can pick a color there, or you can go down here and just pick a color. There, I can see it better. And you can see it better. So now I got, that's going to have to come out straight. And this is coming down a little bit. And these should be even. Well, no, as I look at this, you'll notice that the way that this B, it's Helvetica, the top of the B is not, pull a guide out and look. Command R. The top of the B, there's a guide. There's that. You can see it's inside of it. So the anchor points are not going to be even. This anchor point, that's not going to be even because this is coming out just a little bit. And if you don't look closely, you'll miss that. But that's a characteristic of a B in Helvetica. And the reason is it looks to sit on the baseline in a more solid way if that curve is not sticking out, is not even here. If that curve stuck out, or if it was over that guide, it'd look like the bee was going to fall over. So that's the reason that is designed that way. And we want to be able to thinking of this, this what we're talking about very sensitively, because your next is, I don't know, the project coming up is type design. That's where we're headed. I'm going to go and do this here, here, click it, and then I got to fix it. I can fix that right there by coming here and grabbing that handle and pulling it up. See, I broke the curve. And then I'm going to come here and fix this one. That. Usually just perfectly equal. And that's, I've got my same issue here. So I'm just click on it. This time I didn't click on the anchor point. I clicked on the handle and just brought that handle down. And that's perfect. Now, to make things easier, I'm going to go and grab this. Okay. Option. And then I can, oh, did that not? Oh, it did. Okay. Oh, okay. And I can bring this up. That just made it a little easier. So I'm going to go shift, and I'm going to make sure that those objects are arranged, bring to front, and then I'm going to shift on that. And I know I've got to come down here and go to Pathfinder object. Oh, what happened to Pathfinder? Oh, it's right here. And it's that, right? All right, so what if I was to try that? Yay, did the same thing. More than one way to do this. So when you get this done, then we want to go and take this and just because we're talking about positive, negative space, the reason is to understand typography as form first, legibility second, or meaning second, form first. I'm going to take this down here, pretend I did all the letters, and make it right. So it looks like this. And this, when you get the rest of the letters done, all of this done, you submit it, and then you got credit. Questions, everybody? Anybody? Questions?
Nope.
Nope.
So what you're showing us on the screen is what the final project should look like?
No, you got to have the, this is ABU black. This is ABU white with a black square. It's got to look like this, but you have to draw it. I didn't draw it all. Do I need to draw the rest of it?
No.
Because I've demonstrated all the techniques and how to do it with those, right? Yes. All right. So so we're done with this. It's due last week. It's due next week. So let's go and I don't have to say this. Let's go and go through and see some presentations happen here. How about that? Because we have some fabulous progress going on. Give me a second, because I have I'm keeping a scorecard here. And here it is. Everybody's in a list. And I've got, I can go down here and say, and if I there's a lot of people who are missing projects, by the way. And that's up to you. Makina,
Yes.
could I give you that screen and you can pull up your type techniques that you've already done?
Yeah, for sure.
And then we can go over it, you know, kind of a one-on-all, see how you did it?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, great. So there you go.
Okay, let me pull it up. Do you just want me to pull it up in Illustrator?
Yes. My problem is that when you're sending it to me as a PDF, I have an issue. I can't check some of this stuff because it's in a PDF, like the 28 pica measure, etc. So I really want to see everybody's shape technique, and some have submitted it. So this will be my, rather than do this offline and send it to you like I have been did the last tutorial, this will be, I think I want to do it this way this time, show it everybody demonstrates. And we'll do it as you finish it. So yay for the monogram. Okay, keep going down. So you distorted the O's or something?
Yeah, and I sort of move like different pieces.
Okay, all right, that's great. Good.
Let me have this.
Scale change. Well, you're not really changing that scale.
Yeah, I was a little bit confused on this
Well,
one.
go grab the fox. Do an outline grab of the fox.
You want me to create an outline?
Well, yes, yes, per demonstration, that should be an outline.
It is. I did an outline of the whole thing.
We'll go over to view outline. Let's see what happens. Just view outline up from the top. Well, it's all outlined. Go to the selection tool, the white arrow, and make a marquee over fox. Click, drag, draw marquee. All right, go to the scale tool. And scale it. Go from the outside down. Click, drag. All right, you're scaling it up. Right?
Yes.
Okay, that's what we're looking to do. If you hold your shift key down, it'll scale in proportion. You can do this with one letter at a time or the entire word. Right? That's all that's what we're doing. Okay. All right. So let's go down to the next thing. You can go to view preview again, so we can see that. All right. So minus 100, minus 25. Plus 100 looks good to me.
Perfect.
And now here's where you got to go and do the crosshair, pull it out to go pull a guide out, you know, like I did, pull a guide, vertical guide from the ruler out to where the type starts. The guides come not on a crosshair. That's when you go to the corner, you're moving the numbers.
Oh.
And when you go to the side, vertical or horizontal, you're pulling the guide out. So you want to do both. You want to pull a guide out and move the 0 to the front of the text box.
Okay.
So now you're making the 0 go to the front of the text box.
Okay.
There, 0. So now pull a guide out so you can do it for everything.
Okay.
come
So
down to 4 or something. Move or go below your, you know, you got to get to the guides or a vertical guide. You got to go to the within the ruler.
okay, like on the side over here.
Yeah, but it's the left side. It's where your toolbox is.
Gotcha.
So move the toolbox. There we go. Click, drag. Let go.
There we go.
And now drag out to 24. Do another one.
Okay.
And look at the ruler. You got to get inside the tool, inside there. Yeah, inside the ruler. Drop it at 24.
Okay.
But as you see, they're not right.
Yeah.
Right? So grab a box there and bring it in. We're gonna hit it. Hit that box, got to hit the guide. Click on it again. There we go. Oh, yeah, I can move that back. There we go. All right, so highlight that 10. Highlight, go to your text tool, just so I know. Highlight it. Click Command A, Control A, or that way. And we've got 8. It's supposed to be 9. You got 8.9. So go down to the character palette and type in 9. Okay, you can do it that way. And type in 10 on a leading, 10, and that below it is, you got a number there. That is not the measure. That is letter tracking, letter spacing. So put that back to 0. And everybody, this is something you should know. That is not the tracking.
Got it.
Okay. Or that, I'm sorry, I said that wrong. That is the tracking. It's not the line length.
I got you.
Okay.
Yes.
So that one's correct. Now the rest of them are not.
Yes, I can go back and fix those.
All right. And you're fixing this so you understand that this is an element of typography, and that's what the class is about, right? Just so you know what the motive for what you're doing. You're the designer, the type designer, text designer, letter designer. So this is the essence of it. This is what we're doing here. Let's go down to 20. Let's scroll down and keep scrolling. Let's keep scrolling. 28. Let's do a 28 one. Just to do one more time. So you got to pull the crosshairs out to where the box. Or that's 0. And now you have a you need another guide just to make this right there. And you look at the top, you see 28. So you see your over the link, over the side of 28. So go to Times Roman. Let's just go down to Times Roman. 10 over 28, 14 over 28. So pull a box in to the guide and highlight the type. So let's check the 10 over 14, see how they got that.
Maybe.
You just click, there we go, go Command A or Control A. And there, it's 9.35, so make that 10. And you can type 10 in there, or you can do it that way.
And this is 14. I don't know why some of them, like I went and typed it in and then it changed it to like just below.
Yeah, I think you're scaling it, it's changing, and that's 0. All right, you understand that, right? Yay, yay. We need to do this, everybody. We need to do this to everybody. Now you'll get all that rest of that.
Yep.
Correct. So let's keep going down. All right, so highlight one of those and see if it's 16 point. It's not. Right?
Yes.
So fix that. All right, then do that with everything.
Anything.
And that could be on one line. So you know, drag that box out so dog gets up to the top line, because then you're just doing, you're not considering the letting. You make that box bigger.
Yes, my computer's getting slow. It's being weird. You should make it so it's all one line.
Yeah, because then if you don't, then you're talking about letting, and all I'm saying is, all we're doing here is a point size. The idea is seeing the difference between point sizes at 14, 16 and the different fonts. It's a type specimen, very traditional thing in typography to have a type specimen so we can look at it without it being set.
Okay.
So we can do that to all the rest of them. We can go down and check the point sizes because I don't think they're right.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
And then stick these, make them all one line.
All on one line and 18 point. Check the point size.
Okay.
And then keep them going. Font families. All right, looking good. Keep them going. Okay, so let's take the top B,
Mm-hmm.
top left,
Mm-hmm.
and take that box and the box, not the letter.
Okay.
And make that box so it goes right up against the letters. So there's no space around it. The point here is negative space. And if I frame it with a 1 point rule, you are forced to look at the negative space. So take the left and right and bring those in as well on that box. On my example, I used capital letters because that then didn't have that extra X line, imaginary line on top of the B. So that's the goal. See the space that it's made, the white space?
Mm-hmm.
That is almost equal to the black space, right?
Yes.
That's the reason, my intention in doing this is to make you look at the relationship of the positive and negative space. Okay. All right, let's keep going. All right, so this is good. Did you do all this?
Yes.
Oh, great. So, you know, all my talking, you already knew it all, right?
Yeah, I tried to figure it out.
Oh, the number 6 is your own?
Yes.
Okay, great. Perfect. It looks great. Yay. We're done, right?
Yes.
All right, so you got to submit this and then I'll give you your credit. Okay.
Yep. Thank you.
Thank you. Dariana, shape techniques. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm here, but I
You want-
didn't finish all of it.
You didn't finish all of it.
Nope.
Do you have any questions?
No, I don't really have questions. It's just like I didn't get around to it.
All right. So you don't have credit yet, but I have received a copy. I believe that you have to excuse me because I can't remember everything on everybody, but I believe that I have corrected it, sent it back to you, and given you instructions on how to correct it. Correct?
I don't think so. You told me that you received my incomplete one, and that's all you said in the email.
All right. So this is what I want to ask about because I want to make sure that our communication is February 9th. I have it. And you sent it as an Illustrator, not a PDF.
Yeah, I sent one this morning, but it's not that much. It hasn't progressed that much.
All right. Did I say I received it?
No.
Okay, well, maybe I haven't looked at it. I'm going to look at it right now because that's what we're doing. It'll take a minute to go look at it. And all right, you sent it at 10:05. So let's look at it. One sec. Come on. Okay, so here we go. Now, I don't know what condition the screen is here. Are you, everybody, am I sharing the screen?
No.
Now I am, right?
Yeah, there you are.
All right, Dariana, you're missing the pair.
I sent the pair when
It's
we
supposed-
did it. It's just not on that one.
Yeah, it was supposed to be on that one.
Oh, my bad.
That's all right. Do it. And shape builder tool. This all should be one shape if you click that together in shape builder tool.
It is
It is. Why are they different colors?
to show that it was different shapes. I've made it different colors.
So you don't have any questions on a shape building tool.
No.
How about the compound path and clipping mask?
Yeah, I wasn't sure what that even meant.
Okay, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to open this up because it's handy. So here is a option. Scroll out, the space bar, grab a hand. Here is a path. I'm going to fill a path with a black just to make it black. And here is another path. They're overlapping. I'm going to highlight those two paths. I'm going to object, clipping path, clipping mask, make. So the two objects mask out that. That's all it is. Command Z, object, compound path, make. That did the opposite. And this is a compound path, view, outline. So this here is like one thing now. Command Z, Command Z. Let's go back to here. I'm going to do highlight them both, object, clicking path, make. So that's that. Is what I didn't do. Is there it is. It's still there. It looks like this, and I can come up here and clipping path release. So there's that. So those are two tools, very similar in a certain way to these Pathfinder tools. And so do that. Simple enough. And put that in here. When you did the Pathfinder tools, it looks like. And this is supposed to be black, no color.
Okay, that's the one thing I had the question about is it supposed to be black? Like, and then further down.
There's a couple things here. The concept here is to demonstrate static symmetry static, using primitives only, black filled primitives. All that is in instructions. All you have to do is read it. So I'm not asking you to duplicate this or illustrate this butterfly. If you so choose to, you can do that. But I'm asking you just to do symmetry static. A simple square in a center would do what is the intention here. It's not a butterfly that I'm interested in. It's that you understand the difference between symmetry static and asymmetry dynamic, done with primitives, not a rectangle, a square, a circle, or a triangle. So none of these are not squares either. So these are not circles, these are ovals. Asymmetry dynamic, so that you're getting it here. This is asymmetrical because it's not in the center. And if that was not bouncing, that, like getting rid of this, it'd be more asymmetrical. And if it was more dynamic, this angle here, that angle there, that's meaning it's being dynamic. But it isn't. I'm not looking for you to try to replicate this photograph. I'm just looking again to understand what those words are. These cups are asymmetrical, and they're dynamic because of these angles. You can do the same thing with ovals over here, or not ovals, but circles over here, or squares, or triangles. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So you got to do the rest.
Yeah. That's what I meant when I said like I didn't do too much.
Well, finish it. You're going to get behind. I mean, you're not the only one. There's a whole bunch of people that are behind. But we're not going to. I'm going forward to try to keep up with the syllabus. So finish it. I'll take this at any time. I'm not going to penalize you for being late, anybody. I'll take it, and then we'll go from there. So are we all right, Dariana?
Yeah, I'm okay. Thank you.
Okay. I'm going to go down here and see. Oh, over here. Grace, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Can we look at what you just type techniques?
Hmm.
You're all caught up to type except for type techniques. Let me see. Do you have it ready?
Yeah.
All right, you're on.
Okay.
I kind of looked at this and I saw a couple things that were missing, I think. I don't know. So this is a funny looking monogram.
Yeah, I did the word dog and
That's all right. I mean, it's funny looking. Okay, gotcha. It's all warped up. All right, good deal.
okay.
Oh, I want to show you something. This looks good. Can you go to artboards
Mm-hmm.
and go to the flyout there with 3 lines, upper right-hand corner.
Here?
Yeah, click hold. Artboard options. Oh no, rearrange all artboard. Those are 2 different things. Do that one. Now you see the pick the arrow to the right. You can arrange these in different ways. And I noticed, no, not, oh, I'm sorry. No, right next to that, to the right. And
This one?
click on that. And then that's 1 pica, 8 points between them. Move artwork with artboards. Yes, say okay. Now, as you see, you got your artboards all in a row. That's everybody. That's where you move your artboards around. Did you get it?
I think it messed.
It did, didn't it?
Yeah.
It said move the type. Well, you go Command Z then. All right, scroll. You can see what I was trying to do,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
But we don't have to do that. But anyway, I'm showing everybody how to move their artboards. It should have worked because you said move the type with the artboard, but it didn't. So let's just keep going.
Okay.
They're looking good. Looking good. All right, so
This was I had a problem with copying, pasting the paragraph, and I meant to go back and redo it. When I can change this.
Well, click on one and see, let's check it. 9/10, and that's 24. So you figured this out. You knew how to do this, right?
Yeah, it was just the text part that is different.
And there's a problem now or not?
No, it was just like when I was doing it, I was having issues, so I just decided to repeat the sentence a bunch of times, and I was planning on going back and changing it, but then I forgot.
All right. Well, why don't you do that so we can see the text actually run out like a paragraph? You know,
Okay.
you know how to place it?
Yeah, I saw you do that earlier.
Okay. Okay. So let's keep going. So that's that 28. That's 28, right?
Mm-hmm.
12/16 and 28. Put the text tool in there. See, I can't tell this when you send it to as a PDF. Put text tool. 12/16. Okay, great. Good job. Yay. Good job. I think then this is all looking good. Just keep scrolling. All right. Jumps. That's great. And yay, there's all the definitions, everything about typography going on here. Yay, perfect, beautiful. Oh, I didn't get this. I don't know, when you sent it, I did not receive this.
Oh, this last page?
Well, the last 2 pages.
Oh,
I don't know why, but here, scroll up. Let me look at it.
this.
No,
this
I
page?
saw it. I got that. That works
Oh, okay.
because it's negative space. Beautiful. And so yours is the bottom one.
Mm-hmm. This one.
That's a funny line. All right, looking good. I just changed your received to a credit right now.
Okay.
So you don't
Should
have to send it in.
Okay.
But do bring a text, original text, and place it. Make sure that you know how to do that. Could you do
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
All right. But I gave you credit on it.
Okay.
You're all set. Good job. All right. All right, I went through everybody. I have gone through everybody that I anticipated that has sent something in to me and hasn't gotten the credit for.
I sent my shape techniques in this morning. If we could go over mine.
Oh yes, let's do that. Let's do that.
Should I share a screen?
Well, let me see if I can find it.
I think I emailed it like a little bit after 10.
Rochelle?
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. Let me take it down. This is like all this filing system I got to deal with. And so I got to be very careful because it's very easy to make a mistake. So you got to give me a chance to do my filing here, so I don't make a mistake. Oh, see, I've lost it. There it is. One second. Sorry. Okay. Do you want to show it to us?
Yeah. Okay, so. Okay, perfect. Let me try this. Okay, can you guys see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is my first page.
Okay. That's a pair.
Um, and this was the shape builder.
Strange.
So I was making a snow globe, and then now it looks like a gumball machine. I don't really know.
Yeah.
Um,
All right.
so when I was doing the Pathfinder tool, whenever I would press on it, and Pathfinder, let's say, subtract, this would pop up. Can you guys see the notification?
To edit the current effect, double click the name of the effect in the appearance panel. No. Okay,
Yeah.
so can you go to window
Mm-hmm.
and go down to Pathfinder? I'm not sure what's that doing, but there is your Pathfinder is a buttons. So subtract, so highlight both boxes in subtract.
Oh wait, shoot. Okay.
And then it's the second one on the top. Subtract minus front. There, you did it. And
Okay, fine. So that makes sense now.
all right, so you just got to go through. So all this is about is introducing you to these tools.
Yeah.
Then you got to remember it. Oh, and then can go use it later on, which we have done. So
Yeah.
we'll
I guess
finish
I
that.
just had a hard time finding that.
Okay,
Now easy to finish. Here's my compound path,
so click on it. Perfect.
and here's my clipping mask.
Go up to release, clipping mask release. From the top,
Or-
object, release. Perfect. You can go Command Shift Z. There, that's redo the undo. All right.
yeah.
All right. And what's the design going down? Those, by the way, those pink squares mean the font isn't on your machine. You know, on
okay.
headlines, whatever is that font. Doesn't matter. I'm just telling you what it means.
Okay.
Okay, looking good. Looking good.
So,
Asymmetry dynamic. Yes, I get it. Looking good. Yes.
and scale
Yeah.
mountains.
Beautiful. Dynamic repetition.
So I didn't understand, what was the difference between static pattern and dynamic repetition?
Well, your static pattern isn't really static. Your dynamic repetition is more dynamic because of scale change.
Mm.
And it's repeating. The scale change is making it more dynamic. The static pattern, if you go scroll up the static pattern, you could say, oh yeah, it's a static pattern. But if all those circles were aligned circle to circle, it'd be even more static. You understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're trying to do extremes of dynamic and extremes of static. So if you line those circles up so they're not interlocking, but they're in a line, that'd be more static. And the ones below it are not aligned. That's more dynamic, and both repeat. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll give that to you.
Fine. And then, so for the emphasis of the negative and positive space, I think I mixed it up.
Well, this is kind of a psychological thing. Emphasis of negative space. So you got those three figures there and all the space. And I would say yes, the number 6 on the left is the emphasis of negative space. And
like, even though the black is like supposed to be the negative, that's to me the positive space, and then the white's
I would agree with you. So if you made that square black and the circle's white, you'd see the black first.
Yeah.
So do it.
So
Now you got to go get.
sure.
Yeah. Well, just do one of them. Make that white. There. That's even better. Right? Because the black is dominating. Don't do that. It makes it less. This is even better. More. I'm trying to do the extreme of it. So that works better than if you had 3.
Okay,
Right.
fine.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, so for the positive space, I would do the opposite.
Emphasis of positive space. The one on the left, the positive space is the trees. Would you agree?
Yeah,
So then
I made the triangles.
the triangles are you see those first. They're in front of the black, right?
Mhm.
Okay, so that's good. We agree.
So then I wouldn't have to do like inverse. I wouldn't have to do white background and black trees.
If it depends, it's like what is your perception telling you? Is the positive space is that I like what you're doing. Make that even bigger.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So now the positive space is getting to be the white, obviously, right?
Hmm.
So we made it more emphatic.
Yeah.
Okay, good deal.
I'm not sure what happened here. Why it's not fully loading.
Go up to your window view outline. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It's I can't see the top.
Oh, here. So I made a snowman.
So everything's there.
Hmm.
Go to preview.
Oh, now it's here.
It's something to do with your screen.
Yeah, probably too many tabs open. Yeah, so that's
Okay, all right, so that works.
and okay, did I do this right? Like this is in the back and these are forward.
What is it? What are you trying to communicate here?
I think like mountains and then like this is the street.
No, you're
Oh.
not. You're trying to communicate dominance. What are the words? Dominance, supportive, irrelevant, but that's not.
Oh yeah.
That's what you're trying to express here. Not
Mhm.
mountains and stream. Go to view outline. And I got it. Oh, those are squares, so they are primitives. Okay.
Yeah.
So if you read the instructions preview, what's dominant? This is like hierarchy of visual information. It's what do you see first? What do you see second? What is insignificant? I can't remember what the word is. Insignificant. So what do you see first?
This one. Like this triangle.
Well, yeah, but there's no it's kind of like you see the big triangle, you see the road, you could see they're all about even, wouldn't you say? There's
Mhm.
no
Yeah, I guess so.
there's no contrast. So when you're trying to make contrast, dominant, supportive, irrelevant.
So maybe like me. Oh shoot on it.
Or
Oops.
do you want me to tell you what to do, or do you want to try to do it
I
yourself?
think I'm gonna move this all down a little. Wait. Like move this down.
I'm gonna give you a tip. Go.
Yeah.
Do you have a Mac?
Yeah.
Command G. Now it's all one object. That's
Mhm.
object group. You can look at it from the top. Object group, Command G, and object group is ungroup is up there as well.
Okay.
So that everybody, that's a tip. So now it's one thing.
I'm fine. And then maybe I would make, oh, since it's a clipping mask, like I would make some of the triangles bigger and make it more, like make more contrast with it.
That's, yeah. Go clipping mask release, and it'll release that clipping mask. All right, so bring that big triangle, and what are you going to do with it?
Bigger. Maybe this guy here.
You don't need all those triangles to solve this issue, this problem, to demonstrate it.
I think I would just leave it like this now.
All right, you point out to me what is dominant,
This guy,
what is supportive.
the ground like over here.
Yes, that black square
Yeah,
is visually supporting the triangle because there's an inherent up.
or lift it up maybe.
Well, that would be even more supportive. Yes. What is irrelevant?
These guys.
Well, they're pretty large. They're touching. So they're relevant because they're touching.
So then maybe I don't need all 4. Maybe I just need like 3.
Yes.
Okay, so let's get rid of this. Okay.
The
I think
one
I
on
like
the left is still overlapping, which means it is relevant to the big triangle.
Yeah.
So make it irrelevant.
Make a what?
Irrelevant, not important. What is the word that I used? I forgot.
This.
I think you used inconsequential.
Thank you. Inconsequential. Make it inconsequential. It's not even related to it in any way. It's inconsequential.
Okay, so let's do.
Yay. Now get rid of those other 2 triangles. Just get rid of them.
Okay.
There, problem solved.
Okay.
Do you agree with me?
Yeah. And now let's make a clipping mask.
Yeah, okay, good. Okay, let's keep going. We can do that later.
Wait, let me just do it.
Okay.
Oh, okay, it didn't work. I'll do it after.
Yeah, well, you didn't have a triangle selected. Let's look at this.
Okay, so this was
Excited. Yay.
kind of have it like going up.
Yeah, but they're not circles. But anyway, that says it. Excited, yay. Their scale change, they're going up and they're moving upwards. That's excited. That's yes. Okay.
And then I think I actually
Fives.
emotion too much, but
Well,
I was surprised.
You didn't do opposites.
Oh, I had to do opposites. Oops.
Opposites. All right. So excited and then not excited. What is not excited? Dull, bored, right? So you got to do bored. We won't do it now, but you're almost there. Okay. And that's it.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
Yeah, well then, so you got to do this last one. You got to do experiment for Pathfinders and send it to me and give you credit, okay?
Okay, thank you.
Okay, great. I'm not going to reply to this because I'm going to get your new one soon, right, Rochelle?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, probably by tonight.
All right.
Okay, thank you.
And Dariana, you're going to send me a new version as well, right?
No, I didn't do that one because I was still focused on the shapes one.
I know. Okay. But you're going to send me a new shape one.
Yeah.
All right. I'm not going to reply to this. I'm deleting it because I'm going to get your revised one soon.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So everybody's out there and I'm right here. And do we have anything else to do? Any other questions? Anybody? Who is all caught up? Grace, are you caught up? I forget. I just want to.
Yeah, I think so.
Give me a second. I gotta go and see and check my chart here. You're all set up. Okay, let's look at the syllabus. Presentation project 3A and B. So the next thing we're going to do is design typography. Let me see. What is today? Let's see what that. Oh, it's today. So the next thing we're going to do is design typography. So Grace is ready to do that. And I can present this twice, today and tomorrow and the next week. This is 223, project 3A. Well, what is project 3A? Let me see. That was due to be presented today, and here we are. Typography design. This is our first grade. In order to understand and appreciate the architecture of typography, students will design and draw a new font. Create your own forms or use a classically designed serif or sans serif as a reference. The letters design will be a capital, lowercase, a capital or lowercase only. So you can't do upper lowercase. You got to do a capital or lowercase. Choose 4 letters, 2 vowels and 2 consonants. This project demonstrates that typography is form first. I have said that before. Legibility and illegibility. So you want this to be legible, whatever you're going to come up with, but you can be at the edge of illegibility if you so choose. When you make this font illegible, it's no longer a font, it's a symbol, and you are the holder of the meaning of the symbol. So that's the difference. When it's legible, it can be just legible, or it can be absolutely legible. That's up to you. And somebody else can read it, then it becomes a font. So we're going to do a font. The literal and abstract, stylized and classical. I kind of said that. So the first thing you're going to do is sketch out the many ideas for letter designs. So you're going to start with pencil on paper, which is the best way to start the thing. And then you want to associate descriptive words to your designs. Happy, sad, funny, serious. Name the font. Those are the descriptive words. And please stay away from calligraphy and script approaches. Then after you arrive at your best solution for class critique. So next week, we are going to have a presentation like we've had today, and you're going to present your drawings for class critique. And let me see, how are we going to do this? Everybody has a camera, right? Nobody's saying yes.
Wait, so what?
A camera, phone.
Like the phone camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So you do your drawings and you photograph them and you send them to yourself, and you can send them to me, and then I can look at it, right? Because it'll be a photograph. We always did this in class, so we didn't have to do this, jump through these hoops. So we can do a critique. I don't want you to draw it first in Illustrator like we did the letter drawing tutorial. I don't want to do that. I want to see the idea and talk through the sketches first to come up with the best one, because you should do more than one. You should do 3 or 4 or 5. So you get an idea and try to think of what they mean conceptually. What is this, this stylized approach you come up with? What does it mean in terms of words? So you got to start with this around 2 inches, because if you do this too small, it isn't, you won't be able to draw it well enough to be able to understand how the line goes. So you got to have it at least 2 inches high. A sketch, scan into the computer. Photograph sketches, import them to Illustrator. That's what we're going to do. As a template. Oh, I haven't done template. Draw your font with the pen tool. Then you draw the font with the pen tool. Bring it in as a template. I'm going to show you a template. Draw your letters approximately 200 points equals 175 inches high. So you can read this. So they got to be big enough. Duplicate in the end, it's going to look like this. That's what the words are. This is what your final 2 consonants, 2 vowels. And I'm saying that because I don't want you to make a word, even though people do, because then you're making the meaning come before the form. So just so you understand why I said 2 vowels and 2 consonants. And then when you submit it, it'll look like this. I'm doing this in InDesign. But that is the name of your design, your name. This is 200 points, inch 0.7. Depending upon your font, the size may change. But you want to have a big version and a little version. Okay, so you can see what it looks like large, see what it looks like small. And now I'm going to go back to Illustrator. Let's go. I think I've covered this. Here is I'm going to check these videos out. See if this will work. My favorite fonts. Oh yeah, she's fun. And this is to get you inspired about fonts. Watch this video. How long is it? It's 20 minutes. There she's talking about fonts and showing you fonts. That should get you inspired about fonts and give you ideas about what kind of font would you like to draw. Okay? And then here's another video. This is the first grade, which you're going to get. And I want you to go through these steps. I want to see the drawings, because that's where really where the creativity is in those initial drawings. Let's see if this comes up. A whole set of videos. So watch one of these. I guess I gave my recommendation was that first one. I haven't watched all these, but I've looked at a few. But there's a whole bunch of different font ones. So take a check and choose a video to watch. There's 2 selections here. There's this one here, and then there's a whole bunch of them here. Watch one of them to get inspired to draw your own font. Templates. Any questions? No questions. All right, so I'm going to go up here and open up a letter. I'm going to go File, Place, and I'm going to do something that I'm saying not to do, is use a script, because that's all I got. I didn't get ready for this. This is my signature for digital documents. Template. So that I want to click template. And I've got show input options. I don't need that now. We need that for text, like Word documents. I need to do a template. And if I was to link this, I'll link it. Well, I'm going to unlink it and then see what happens. It'll work. I'm not sure what links mean. Place. There it is. Note, it's placed as a template, and it's locked. That's what I want. Now I can come over here, but first of all, you gotta have a get past the exploration phase, the most important, and then I draw it. Right. So I'm going to show you one links. Here's the links. Now that right there is this image is unembedded. Okay. Oh, what did that say? The image is not in the software, it's linked. Go to link. There it is. It's linked. Relink. Unembed. I did that and it didn't unembed. The image is on a lock. Oh, it's on a locked layer. Okay. And unlock it. That's the problem. I'm going to come down here and I'm going to go in. That's selected. Now I'm going to go unembed. Unembed. Save. Save. All right. Now I have link. I have it. I've imported it, but it's not embedded, which means that it's not part of the program. It's on a desktop where I have it saved. I wanted to embed that, separate it from the desktop. I go embed. And then I get that little icon. We're going to revisit this. This is just an introduction to this, but when we do a page design and bringing in photographs and stuff, this will be an issue. So that's just an introduction. And if you don't do any of that right now, that's okay. Because I just wanted to run over that because I'll do it again when it becomes more important. Because you're going to draw over this this template anyway, and then you're going to get rid of the template. So you have the type. How's that, folks? Any questions?
No.
No questions? All right, so Grace, you're on. You got something to do. Everybody else has stuff to do. And here we are, just to review what's going on here. Can everybody see the screen? Yes? Was that a yes?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. Here we are, 23. All right, so next week, the type techniques is due. And then you're going to have sketched out samples, and we're going to look at them. You're going to either photograph them so you can put them on your screen, or you're going to send them to me and put them on your screen. Both ways or either way is okay. So, but you're going to present what you have sketched out. So are everybody together on this? We're caught up.
Sounds good.
Okay, thank you, Princess. Thank you, Joseph. We're done for the day. Goodbye, everybody. Goodbye.
I have a question, Professor.
Okay, let's see your question.
It's actually for our other class for tomorrow.
Okay, shoot. What class is that?
Digital imaging.
Oh, I remember.
Yes. The project file is not on the box. The project that's due tomorrow.
The project file, you make the project file up.
No, like for with the instructions and everything. Like all the tutorials and projects are on there, but not the project due tomorrow.
Well, give me a second.
Okay.
I gotta clear the decks here. Um, oh, let me see. Tomorrow, I'm in the wrong folder.
It's like the poem project.
That's because you're making it up yourself. What am I going to put in a folder?
Oh, I just needed to know the dimensions. I thought that it might have been in the folder.
No, it's in the syllabus.
Oh, I see.
Right here, right there.
Oh, okay.
And you can, there it explains it. All right.
I'm trying to find that. Okay, thank you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Yo,
Bye.
professor.
Yes.
Yeah. So can we do the one-on-one, or because I'm really behind. Like this is my first graphic design. I've never used the Adobe. Yeah, you tell
Okay.
me.
So,
It doesn't have to be today if you don't like.
no,
if
no,
you-
let's start on something here.
I can share my screen if you want. I've barely yeah, of what you've said. Like I think I'll get it, but yeah, I definitely help from you.
Okay, well, let me, all right, let's show me where you're at.
Yeah, pretty the barely beginning. But let's get on it. Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, great.
Did you do the pair?
I actually did not. So let's start with the pair.
Well, you got to go to you got to go to letter, no.
Yeah. No. It's the pair was um
Bottom.
pair, no?
Yeah. Open it up.
Yeah. Open up.
You got to download it.
Yep, it's downloaded. I get it.
Did you start it? Now those are like a tutorial that by default. So go click on the green and just hit delete.
So here?
Yeah, delete.
Okay.
And now you can get rid of that if you want. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Have you tried to do this? You haven't, have you?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to do it. I really don't.
You can go back to the tutorial that I've given you on the video, and it explains it, completely explains it. Do you know that?
I know every class session is recorded.
Yes.
Where can I find the recordings?
I'm going to send you, in fact, I should actually.
Yeah,
I'm going to send it to you today. I've sent it to you every could you send the screen back to me?
Yeah, of course.
Because this is being recorded, and let's not have it recorded.
Okay. Okay.
Um,
Okay. Let's do it.
Stop recording.